Vacation.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Natty Baps with the fresh cut. Hold on.
Cut the hair off, cut the dreads off. I'm a baldy now. Clean bean. You know what I'm saying? Pre-show, just do naturals. I'm trying to be like him. I was like, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, your beard gotta get a little. Yeah, you gotta get your beard up, son.
I had to restart that, son. All right.
We're coming to you live. Happy Halloween for those who celebrate. If you are in the Midwest for some reason, I gotta show y'all what I got going on outside my window. I freaking have snow in October. It's some bullshit. But it's okay. We still here. We still rally. We make things happen. We make it do what it do. Week 8 in the books. Some upsets, some great games, some shit fest. We're gonna discuss it all here tonight. Shabazz, how you feeling, son? Son?
I'm so mad for multiple reasons.
Oh, I'm mad too.
I went 12-4 in my picks this week. The ones that didn't go my way was the Texans, the Giants, and we'll talk about each game, but the Giants in the worst game of the year. The Chiefs got upset by the Broncos, and then Brock Purdy turned into a pumpkin in the fourth quarter. Bruh, perfect week was inbound, bruh. Perfect week was inbound.
But that's why we get paid / don't get paid for this shit. So we always get close. But yeah, all the games, all teams played. There was no teams on bye. So we got 16 games to get into. Man, we here. And I mean, I survived another week.
Yes,
talking to Shabazz. Again, the storyline continues. The quest for $37,000 is still on. We still here. And yeah, I'm really excited for tomorrow's show because my survivor pick, I already have it set in stone. And
shit!
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. But
okay.
We gotta talk about week 8, the week that was. Recap and analysis. Before we begin, please, as always, on a happy Halloween, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. We got 2 fresh dudes with some nice hair, short hairs, refill us. And let's get right to the week where both our teams win. That's awesome. That's also like, and shout out Notre Dame having 20 and a half. Never a doubt. Should have been 30. We smoked them boys by 51. Like, bro, it's crazy.
We not in the top, like
bro. The shit was working so well. Point is, Thursday night football. Josh Allen and the Bills smoked the Baker Pack 24-18. A game that looked closer than it actually was. Questionable play calling by Josh McDermott in terms of in the goal line. Not QB sneaking or using Josh Allen as like a running back type shit. He did end up scoring. Shout out to I don't know his first name, but Shakir, like the third string or third
Khalil, I think.
Khalil Shakir, probably. I think that's his name. He had a great game. Like a career high and like 8 catches for like 70-something yards. Gabe Davis got into the end zone. Relatively got put in check. But like in a game where they got the run game going with James Cook and Josh Allen, he did what he was supposed to do. Like they scored 24, but easily could have been like 30.
Word. Because they got stopped in the goal line on some dump shit. Like that could have been 31. And I think Bass missed another kick, I think. No, he didn't. I don't think he did. The other guy McLaughlin got blocked. That's what happened. But
yeah, but the touchdown came off of like it was a fumble / pick turnover from Josh Allen. That's when they first scored. But other than that, like the game was basically in balance. Not really after halftime. There's not much analysis here. The Bucks, Mike Evans got one. They had 2 catches. One was a touchdown. Again, bum ass Mike Evans. Bum ass Baker Mayfield. Again, vindication on both. Bucks are now 4-3. No, 3-4, I think now. Point is, they're third place in the division. Josh Allen, they have a big game like this. They have like again, there's a lot of bangers on Sunday, just not all at the same time. Like every single game window like has a marquee game, and one of the game, probably the game of the weekend is revenge. I don't know, revenge, an unfinished business matchup kind of thing with the Bengals and Bills at Cincinnati again. We're gonna talk about that game. That's gonna be a fantastic shootout. But for the Bucks, hey, I guess a good thing for them, objectively, they started to run the ball well. But that's goes against the Buffalo Bills. They can't stop the run, bro. They can't keep like they gotta. I'm surprised they traded for Rasul Douglas from the Packers. I thought they were gonna try to get like a defensive lineman, interior, or a linebacker. That Matt Milano injury is like showing is paying well in a bad way, showing dividends. Like they can't stop the run, and if you can get run on in the playoffs, because the Bills are probably gonna make the playoffs most likely, barring anything crazy happening. If you can't stop the run, GG's. So Bills win. They get a much needed win, and we'll see how it goes.
Not really much to say. I feel like this game, you said everything right. It was just, from start to finish, the Bills kind of just had control. Low key was nervous in that Hail Mary. Like I thought they definitely could have called something, but they didn't because they were at Buffalo. That's one. Two, Chris Godwin. Oh, if he had just turned around sooner, he was like literally like the only person that could have caught it. So if he had turned around, that would be like the upset of like not the century, of course, but one of the major upsets that had happened that week because 8.5-point favorites. First of all, Mike Evans should not have to do helmet into his hands. The dude, Mike Evans, Loki had an offensive player, but they didn't call it. Right? But good win by the Bills. Sean McDermott said this is how he wants to win. He wants to run the ball, play defense, and get a couple touchdowns here and there. He Gucci. So they still gotta work things out. But I was talking to Tom, and he probably watching this, whatever. He was like, "This is how he wants them to play. How they played in the first half, spread, and no huddle. Not like run, hurry up, but no huddle." Making sure Allen, because the big problem with Josh Allen, he doesn't see the field well. That's why he's having those roller coaster moments. Because when he plays a bad team, he can just use his natural talents and cook them. When he plays a team like that has a decent defense, like the Bucks or like Jacksonville, he's fucking rushing shit because he's not seeing the field well. So what they did in the first half, which I thought was a great call by Tom, he was like, "Yo, have it hurry up. Have it no huddle. They get set up. So he give them like a couple seconds just to see everything, and then go." I think that was a huge adjustment that they did. If they can do that moving forward, their offense can be even better because if they take their time and not try to rush and try to get shit happening, they can score with anybody. They just gotta take your time and be focused, and that's pretty much it. I think good win by the Buffalo and big pack.
Thanks. Next, Sunday starts. Panthers finally win. In the game, for full transparency, peek behind the curtain. As you guys know, I was in Indianapolis for the Saints-Colts game, so I wasn't the 1:00 window. Like I know what happened and I can talk about it, but I genuinely don't know. Like some of the games, like this game, for example, I have no idea how the Panthers kept it close. All I know is this: the Panthers defense. I've said it for about a year and a half now. Panthers defense is legit. It's just their offense. And yeah, they only scored 15 points. But Panthers defense will keep them in games. Can their offense do something? I don't know if Bryce Young was fantastic or not. I don't know if CJ Stroud was fantastic or not. All I know is that defense showed up for both teams. And it was an ugly game. And this is like the game people kind of expected, where Texans are rebuilding. They're a good team or a solid team, but they're a year too early type shit. They're not world beaters who are supposed to beat the Panthers. I put them on my lock the fuck in list, not as an indictment, but that was inspiration. Hey, are you guys actually gonna shock the world? And no, they're a year too early, and that's fine. For the Panthers, finally win. They're the last team to get the last winless team. I thought they was gonna. Whew, but hey, shout out to Frank Reich. He's 5-0 after a bye, 4-0 with the Colts, 1-0 with the Panthers. If I knew that, I probably would have picked the Panthers. To be honest. And both teams off bye. This was a road. No excuses for the Texans. They just got beat. And how do you respond? Like that's the question. You're now 3-4. How do you respond with this loss? I'm not saying it's embarrassing. Not saying it was. I don't know anything about it, but I will say, Panthers. I thought you guys would trade Brian Burns. I thought you guys would trade for T. Higgins. I thought you guys would do way more active stuff in the trade deadline. Nothing really happened for you guys, and I guess that's fine. But you guys don't have your first pick. And where do you go from here? Just continue to stack wins so you can screw the Bears, I guess. But we'll see.
In regards to not trading for T, they're a lost cause this season. So I feel like why trade away assets that if you know T Higgins is gonna be a free agent, unless they get some cap miracle in Cincinnati, which their owner has been notoriously cheap for his whole entire time. Plus, you gotta pay Jamar, so you're not gonna pay T and Jamar. That's not happening. So if you're like, we can just give him the bag in the offseason, keep the draft picks, and then you could just rebuild that way. You would have thought they could. I think if they had won like more games, been like 3-3 at that point, and 4-3, whatever, in contention, they probably would have made that big splash and got T or let go of Brian Burns. But I think they're just gonna let him walk in free agency, and hey, cool. But in terms of the game, I'm disappointed in CJ Stroud. He was very underwhelming. Where me and you was like on last week, we was like, oh yeah, they're on a bye, but I think not last week, the week before. Oh, like we were hype about it. We was like, like this dude is showing up, this dude is playing above expectations. But yeah, you can't beat the Panthers. Like you had your all your weapons was healthy, but you just couldn't do anything. And that's not cause for concern. You're a rookie, that's fine. But how you bounce back, like you said, like how does he bounce back? That we need who he plays this week. They play the Bucks at home. They're home. Bucks is on a mini bye because they played on Thursday with a solid defense. So can you bounce back against that? I got y'all winning because fuck the Bucks. So yeah. But for the Panthers, you hype. Probably got the dub, got that monkey off your back. Now can you stack dubs? Who do you play this week? You play the Colts. A winnable game for sure. So hey, stack these wins, baby. That's it. Now, Cowboys, bro. I knew this was gonna happen, son. I was like, it's either gonna be a Rams win or a Cowboys blowout. But I did not know how to, bro. You look, you see 26-3. All right. See, you look, how the fucking get there? Block, pick six called, I think 33. No, a pick six, touchdown early, a block freaking punt for a safety. You're like, Jesus Christ, like it just overwhelmed. And then you're up by so much. You got Micah Parsons back. Just oh yeah, it's lit. It's game time. Then he only had one sack. Like I think the whole Cowboys only had one sack. So shout out to the Rams for that regard. But it just that's overwhelming when you're down 33-3 and half. Like that's super difficult to come back from. I applaud the effort. I think they have more time, maybe more possessions. Matt Stafford got injured too. So it's tough. If you're the Cowboys, you're all right. We got off a bye. This is what you want to show. Now, got the Eagles. Big showdown against the Eagles at Philly. So it's going to be tough. I'm going to peek behind the curtain. I have you guys winning this game. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But if I show up and beat them, you guys are right back in the divisional race. and between everyone else in the 1 seed, you're in there as well. So this is a major game coming up for you guys. For the Rams, Matt Stafford hurt again. I thought they was gonna probably trade, like just shut it down and trade everywhere away. But hey, cool. Bounce back. Hey, you're still in it. 49ers lost. Seattle's like 1 game ahead of you, and you beat them week 1. So like you get some wins together. You're right. You're still in it. You're still, and you're not done yet. You're not Arizona. You're still in it. So bounce back. You guys play the Packers. It's a winnable game for sure. Like, come on, Rams, lock in.
Word. So as you like, so I'm watching the game. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm looking at the scores. All of a sudden, I see it's 33-3. I'm like, what the actual? So I'm looking right now at the scoring drives. Cowboys get the ball first. They score. Cool. It's 7-3 because they go skill field goal. So now it's 10-3. Then all of a sudden, shit hits the fan. Like it's 10-3. Rams have the ball, and all of a sudden, nope, pick six, safety, touchdown, huh? And then punt, and then they drive down the field. The Cowboys do red zone interceptions. Dak Prescott, lock. What is going on with you? And then all of a sudden, boom, touchdown, and then just free fall from there. I was like, what? I saw 33-3. I was like, what? And and like you just said, then before you talked about the game, Rams were either upset or the Cowboys would blow them out, and that's literally what happened. That there was no in between. And I talked to Corbett. I think I said that last week as well when I picked the Rams to potentially upset. I said Rams would upset because who knows? I picked something that I was totally wrong on. I was bad on the spreads, by the way. Like I was 5-10-1. I was bad on spreads because all these games were like either sneakily close that should have been or just complete 180s.
12-3-1.
I'm so mad about the Commanders one, by the way, because the Commanders at live, like before the game started, was 7. Like, and then we picked the games on Wednesday. It was 6.5 on Wednesday. It jumped up to 7. So I'm kind of upset because they ended up pushing that. But that's either there. For the Cowboys, can you be consistent? This is the team that Shabazz picked to be the Super Bowl reps. This is the team that Nick Wright picked. Like, a lot of people picked the Cowboys because of this type of complete domination in all phases, right? But can you be consistent with it? Can you be the team that does this week in and week out and bully? I've said this before. You guys are bullies. And this is right. I'm not trying to belittle the Rams. The Rams have a terrible offensive line. This is what you were supposed to do. Now, against a great offensive line in Philly, I don't know if you're able to upset or make Jalen Hurts feel uncomfortable like they did Matthew Stafford. I don't know if you guys are able to stop the run because that's what Philly wants to do. And A.J. Brown, we're going to talk about him in like a few games. Bro, good luck with that. It's a game of the week. Again, banger. There's like 4 certified bangers on Sunday.
Certified.
Four certified bangers on Sunday. 4 of them things. And it's crazy. And every single, even in the very beginning of the day.
5. 1. Wait. Are you counting Chiefs thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seahawks, Ravens.
Yeah.
Cowboys, Eagles. Bengals, Bills.
4. Damn. That's
4 certified bangers. Each window having its own thing. But that's a tomorrow conversation. Rams. That's your bad saying it's not over, but crazy. Kirk Cousins, unfortunately, get well soon, brother. Got hurt, tore his Achilles. Man, the Vikings win, but at what cost, kind of thing, you know? They're now 500. They're 4-4. They battle from being down 0-3, and then it's like they come back. It's cool. They start to win. They start stacking the wins, and all of a sudden, bam, he gets hurt. Now they went and got Josh Dobbs. I'm not saying it's world beater, but he's better than what they currently have, and they'll be competitive. I don't know who they got next week. That's tomorrow conversation. For the Packers, bro, I'll keep this shit short. Jordan Love's ass. Like I'm usually the one that comes up with like the subtitles and stuff. I couldn't. I always like making wordplay. Jordan Love's ass. He's bad, and it's and I have a friend. I don't know if you met him, but like he's a Packers fan, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, I don't know. Like Bryce Young might be ass, sure. CJ Stroud might catch lightning in the bottle. Will Levis had a fantastic game, right? But these rookies are getting their licks in early, right? They're building that. Okay, cool. We'll get better. Even what's his name? Even as much as I call him shit, Desmond Ritter was in there for a while.
Got
Just
benched.
got benched. We're gonna talk about that. I finally called it. I'm like, yo, bench his ass, and he finally got benched. But for Jordan Love, what's going on? You sat behind Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, for 3 years. Was it 3 years or however many years?
However long, yeah.
But now you got the Packers. I think you're in the last year of your rookie deal. Like, what are you gonna do?
You got an extension in the offseason.
Then
So
bam.
I think a year or two.
Well, they probably cut him, or they probably try to trade him, or sign a quarterback, or something. Because Jordan Love with this and Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, what happened? Where are you? What? Where are you? Yes. What happened, bro? I genuinely do not know if you still are in the league. You are, because you get like 4.5 fantasy points. But that's it. That's all you get. And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Because it's like, at what cost? That's like, what are you doing? So Vikings win. They steer the ship. Justin Jefferson comes back in like 2 weeks. What's going to happen? Can this team start stacking wins? Hopefully with the decent defense with Daniil Hunter and the quarterback that at this point is prone to turn the ball over. So
he comes back. He might come back against y'all.
I know.
That's bullshit. Scary hours.
Some bullshit.
I feel bad. Obviously, I'm a Viking supporter. You know what I'm saying? I was happy. I was like, yo, they gotta go on a run. They won 3 straight games, but then Kirk popped his Achilles. You're like, damn. One on the last year of his deal. So whoever signs him is probably gonna finesse him because he deserves a lot of money, but he won't get it because coming off the injury, that's a concern. So my Vikings might resign him. That's a good option because of loyalty. Or hey, come back stronger after the Achilles, a full year or whatever. Go to a rebuilding team or be a bridge quarterback somewhere. That works too for 1 year and then redeem yourself, and that works too. If you're the Vikings, that's definitely a gut punch because you already lost Jefferson, not for the year, but a couple games, and then you lost Kirk for the year. It's like, damn, right when we're about to get hot, because Jefferson's gonna come back eventually. We got him. Addison's playing phenomenal football, and then you got Hawkinson playing phenomenal football. So you got 2 players, and then you got Jefferson coming back to that. That's just another weapon. And you're like, bro, they got a relatively light schedule. They got some heavy hitters in between, but relatively light. So, damn, they could have really went crazy. I feel bad for Kirk. I'm a fan of Kirk Cousins. He gets a lot of shit because he can't win primetime games, and that's rightfully so. But, like, bro, like, 1 p.m. Kirk Cousins, I always say it, 1 p.m. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest quarterback of all time type shit. But if you're the Packers, like you say, Jordan Love is trash. Throw him out. They probably should they got rid of Rasul Douglas. They probably just go and ride it out, win games, lose games, and draft a quarterback, which they definitely probably going to do. So we're going to see. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just say this. Let's go Saints. You know what I'm saying? We called it. It was definitely looking shaky in the beginning. I'm not going to hold you. But for me, you guys bounce back. You guys got fine. Like, what we've been wanting to see from y'all, like, something clicked. And for me, it was Taysom Hill. It was them finally using him in the red zone because you guys struggled in the red zone from weeks 1 to 7. What was the difference? It actually happened in Jacksonville. You utilized him more and you got red zone touchdowns. That's the formula. Ivor Kamara getting more touches. Chris Olave stopped dropping passes. And then Shaheed, literally. Bro, 3 catches, $1 something. he's like this. Like, I'm not gonna say Deshaun Jackson great, but like, bro, Deshaun Jackson was over the top. Oh, catch, bro. I think he leads the league right now in freaking yards to catch. Because all he does is go routes and catches them. Derek Carr looking better. You're not yelling at people. Defense got to step up a little bit more. This back-to-back weeks, your defense sold you a little bit. But hey, go win 500. Can't complain.
So again, I'm a solo myself, and I want to hear you. So like so you still there? Like let me cook. So firstly, great win. You feel me? I was there. I'm just like I was so happy. But let's talk about the game. Right, this is the game I can talk about the most about. Obviously, I was there. So firstly, we couldn't stop Jonathan Taylor start for the first quarter. I think he had like 86 yards in the first quarter, which is insane. And then we shut him down. He only had like one carry after the second quarter. One, which is bad on the Colts part. But we're down 17-7. And all of a sudden, something clicked. Something. I don't know what. Something clicked. But firstly, let's talk about it. So Alvin Kamara. Firstly, I gotta get a Kamara jersey. He had 110 yards from scrimmage. He's just a dog. He's my guy.
Franchise leader in yards now.
Exactly. Like that's my guy, bro. He had 2 touchdowns, one in the air, one receiving, one rushing. Taysom Hill, as Shabazz said, he was a monster. And it's a sad thing. He had like a 24-yard touchdown run. That was the longest rush we had all season. Tough. We hadn't had a runner go over 20 yards in like one single rush all year, which is crazy to me. Saints, so Derek Carr, I talk about a lot of shit about missing throws. Bro, my man's had 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He had one bad play, and it was the fumble, right? So Kamara, again, I'm high up like in the stands. He's like, I've seen everything. Everything is like boom. They do like a little, not a Texas route, but you know how like a running back flanks out towards a flat, and it's like a play, like a boot kind of thing. He takes the sack when he wasn't supposed to, and when he could have just dumped it off to Kamara, he was like had like 20 yards of open grass. Takes the sack, fumbles, and then they go and score. So that's how we're down 17-7. But we controlled the game for damn near the entire time. We had a pick off of Gardner Minshew. We just kept doing the right things. Like our second quarter was fantastic. Like I genuinely, this is like one of the first times I don't have complaints. Like what's my big covenants, my big commandments? Don't turn the ball over. We did. We had that fumble. Other than that, we kept it clean. Scored touchdowns, not field goals. My mans, we were 3 for 4 in the red zone. 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal. And the 1 field goal came at the very end of the game. We basically was just like wasting, like milking the clock. When we got into the red zone, we scored touchdowns. 3 big players making big plays. Rashid Shaheed. 3 catches for $153, bro. 3 catches for $153. That's Randy Moss type shit, bro. It's insane. And he had a touchdown. Olave should have had a touchdown. He literally, bro, we saw him, Derek Carr throw the ball right to him. He lost it in the air, and it was like hit his helmet. It was like, boy, how could you do this? You do this to me. You're breaking my heart. But man, 50% on third down. We kept converting, kept drives alive. Like, all in all, the one thing I say is penalties. But even then, right, some of them were just like dumb penalties. But other than that, we can clean that up. Our defense has started off slow and back-to-back first halves. Actually, 3 first halves in a row. Texans, Jaguars, and now the Colts. But in the second half, we tighten up. We only allowed a touchdown, 1 touchdown in the second half in each of the 3 games. So as long as we continue, we got to start faster on defense, start better. But I'd rather defense lock in the second half versus in the first half, because that's when the money is made. All in all, great game. I'm grateful that the Saints won when I was there. You're back on screen, by the way. I'm grateful that I had a great time. There's a lot more Saints fans in the area than I thought there was gonna be. And all in all, I got no complaints. This is one of the. I mean, we're 4-4, but as I've always said, and Shabazz was a big tenet of his consistency. Do it again. This is like we've scored 24 points against the Jags, and the offense actually started to click towards the end of the game. We continued it here. Can we keep going? Can we keep winning and doing stuff? I hope so. Boom. That's all I really got to say. Saints 4-4, baby. It's a great day. It was a great drive back, even in the rain. But that's neither here nor there. Greatest show on surf. Swims past Patriots.
Bro, did you watch the NBC fucking Sunday night football night in America?
No, I didn't.
I kid you not, bro. The shorty mentioned greatest show on surf, bro. That's why I told you to make a T-shirt or trick, bro. They stole your fucking word. They stole your whole phone. Word for word, bar for bar. Bro, you were the first person to say greatest show on surf, and then they motherfuckers said this shit. I told my girl, I was like, yo, babe, they stole this shit. No way. He's like, oh, I saw it on Twitter. I was like, you saw it on Twitter. Like, you watched the show, you ain't subscribed. That's crazy. That's trifling. But you got it, son. You got it. We on TV now. We official. They said on NBC, bitch. We lit now. You know what I'm saying? But sorry, I had to say that because they blew mine. I was like, that's crazy. No cred, that's crazy. No cred, Daddy Baps, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You just ruined my whole flow. I don't know what to say. Tua had a bad game, which to his standards was like 2 picks. But other than that, like they took care of business. Mac Jones' ass. That's really it. I mean, they scored first, and then after that, it was basically over. But I will say this: shout out to Jalen Ramsey getting a pick first game back. That's pretty good. Also, I lied. Bad game. He was 30 for 45, 324. Bad game for him was crazy. I guess the one thing I will say though, they have to get better on third down. They were 35%, but they're good on defense in third down. They only allowed 11%. But again, how much is that to? They can beat bad teams. That's evident. We know this. Cool. When they play good teams, they played Buffalo, got smoked. Played Philly, got smoked. They're playing the Chiefs in Germany. And the Chiefs lost. They're trying to get locked. They lock the back in, lock the fuck in. Like again, you can beat the back. It's kind of like the Cowboys. The Cowboys of the AFC. Damn, you're not even going to acknowledge me. Damn, you fake as hell.
I'm sorry.
We live. We live on YouTube. We just going we're just not here. We on your phone. Damn. Point is, I think that the Cowboys of the AFC, they beat bad teams, but when the good teams show up, they kind of shrink under pressure. This is gonna be a fantastic test for both of those teams. I'm talking about the Cowboys and also Dolphins, right? Can they beat the teams that I'm not saying supposed to beat, but if they're gonna be the upper echelon of their respective conferences, they have to beat the big bullies. And this is the time where both of those teams have to show up. And for the Patriots, I think they're 2-5, which is crazy. No, 2-6, and they are literally last in the AFC. Like if all the teams like in the AFC, they're 16 out of 16, like 16th place. It's crazy, but good win, Dolphins.
I've been praying for a game, I've been preaching for a game where can Waddle and Tyreek both go off. This was the case. And it was pretty much a garbage time touchdown, but hey, the fact that they both had over 100, I love that. One, for fantasy purposes. Upset Justin, get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? No, not Justin, Fred. Sorry. Spit the nigga Fred. But like, bro, it's he didn't throw 2 picks. He picked and he fumbled off a bobble snap. So they gotta clean that stuff up. They have a huge test. People was like low key sleeping on them, I think. And when they're not the hot team right now. And I think if you're them, you want to prove yourself before people talk about you again. Because you dropped 70, then you made Buffalo, got cooked, like you mentioned. Like you played comp, you bully. You play some comp, and you crumbled under pressure. Under pressure. So like you played cheap. You spanked the Patriots. Great. Do it again. Because the Chiefs can get got. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Chiefs can get got. So you do this against that team on that stage, technically prime time because it's a standalone. Hey. For me, but Patriots, you're just coasting. They're just coasting. You're 2-6, right? You said 2-6. You're there. Kendrick Bourne. He was like their stud wide receiver. Juju finally showed up, caught a touchdown pass. Bro, it's things like that. You just like it breaks your heart. Not gonna lie, it does break your heart a little bit. But yeah.
Word. Oh God.
Do I want it? Oh my God, I don't want to talk about it. So this game, bro. Scott Hansen, he does not get paid enough for what he does. He was saying like another punt, another punt, another punt, another punt. Bro, when you got Tommy DeVito playing quarterback in a football game, how's the family? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, everyone in the group chat was frying Matt because he like, bro, your team is getting cooked, and they literally, if they had Tyrod, they would have spanked them, bro. At least I think so. But like, all right, that's the jokes aside.
Again, I didn't watch this game at all.
I did.
All I know is that they had 24 punts and 23 points scored.
That's the record. That's the most punts ever in a game. 24.
Crazy.
That's crazy, right? So I think the Giants should have won if Graham Gano makes a 30 fucking yard field goal. Bro, there's none of that happening. Zach Wilson, gotta give him a little bit of credit. He played bad. He definitely Kayvon Thibodeau was on his ass. Like he was cooking that little bit. The defense stepped up, only allowed 10. Saquon, bro, he is tired. He got 30 something carries, a $122. Bro, definition of a bell cow in this game. It was ugly. Y'all made plays when you needed to. Darren Waller went out, Tyrod went out, and you still was up. So like you gotta give the Giants like some credit there. But if you're the Jets, you're like, yo, we still here. 4-3? Look at us. So it's like, wait, right? 4-3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they beat the Bills, Eagles, Broncos? Yeah, 4-3. Bro, if a team slips up in that division, they can creep up on them. So it's tough. If you're a Giants fan, Jaden, Dylan, Matt, I feel for y'all because I had y'all winning. But it's tough, bro. It's really tough. It's really tough. Shout out to the Jets. They won an ugly game. Zach Wilson made plays when he needed to. And when he didn't forget, just give the ball to Garrett Wilson. He'll make the plays for you. Or throw it to him in the direction, get a freaking defensive pass interference to go in the field goal range. Like, that's the little things. So, shout out to the Jets. Did not know I would be saying that today, but
Word. I got all I got. You mentioned the Saquon thing. Saquon had like 32 carries for $130. Yeah, he was doing crazy. The defense showed up. Offensive line showed up for the most part. It's just Tyrod got hurt, and there's that. The Giants do got the Raiders this week, which I don't even know. But shout out to Garrett Wilson, had 7 catches for 100 yards. So again, this game I didn't watch. I wasn't following. All I know again is that crazy ass stat of 24 punts and 23 points scored. Like crazy. That shit does not happen. Having more punts than points scored. Jags win a rainy showdown against the Steelers. Apparently, Steelers got hold by the refs
Low key.
like a lot, which is like on brand. Um, Jags are coasting, bro. Like they're gonna have like 13 wins, and you're gonna look back and like, are they actually a good team? Now they of course they have Trevor Lawrence, but he's a name, but is he? I'm not saying he's bad. Again, don't Danny Bap says no. I'm not saying. All I'm saying is that he wasn't good. Again, he wasn't good against the Saints. He was okay. He wasn't good off of 10 days rest against the Steelers. Travis Etienne is like their best offensive player. They're using the run. They're getting him involved in the pass game. That's okay. They don't need Trevor Lawrence to be Herculean and be an amazing player. It was a team effort. They showed up. Kenny Pickett's ass. He also got hurt. So they took care of business. This was class in this had trap game written all over it. Bad weather, Mike Tomlin, well-coached defense, all that stuff. And for the most part, this game script was the same. Mike Tomlin, reigning game, great defense, holding them in check. It's just this time the offense couldn't make a fourth quarter comeback like they've done in like the last like 2-3 weeks. So they showed up, Jags did, they win. Simple as that.
You said a perfect thing when you said they're going to be 13-4 or 12-5, whatever, win the division, contend for the 1 seed, but then they get to the playoffs. It's like, did you play anybody? And it's like they play. I think. Let me take a quick peek at their schedule. Like, let's just see. I know they play us. They play the 49ers next week. Not this week, but next week.
Off a bye. Woo!
They're on a bye right now. So
off a bye. Woo!
Yeah, so off a bye, you play 49ers, who they need to get right. Then you play Tennessee, which we'll see how that looks, because we'll talk about that in a bit. Literally next game. Then you play Cincinnati. You play Houston again, who's spanked ya. Then you play your Browns, good defense. You play us. So like, bro, like you're 6-2 right now, but do you really feel like you're 6-2? Do you like? It's kind of giving me Vikings of last year, right? You were saying the whole time, like, oh, who have you played? Who have you beaten? Because every time you played comp, they lost. They got spanked by Eagles, whatever. Get to the playoffs, you lose to the Giants at home, 13-4, and you lose in the first round. That's crazy. So since Jacksonville is like the same thing. Like, who you played? Who have you honestly played? You played the Colts. You beat them. Okay. You played the Chiefs and lost. You played the Texans and got blown out by 20. Then the Falcons. You played Buffalo. That was a good game by you guys. Like, you played one good game against comp. Like, it's gonna get rough. It's gonna get literally after your bye week, it gets difficult. So you're happy that you're 6-2, but they know they gotta play better. Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk. I thought they were gonna trade for a receiver, another guy, but they didn't.
Jones has been hurt for like
type shit. Yeah. So I'm like, they need another receiver. So I thought like Hunter Renfrow or someone they could put in the slot or wherever would have been perfect, but they didn't do it. Or Devontae. Like, well, we'll talk about that. I feel so bad for the brother. It's so sad. But if you're the Steelers, once I saw Mitch, I'm not a bitch Trubisky in there, I was like, this game is over. No matter how it happens, I was like, bro, you can say the penalties hold them, and that's fine. But when Mitch Trubisky is in the game, you're not winning. He got a lucky touchdown with George Pickens, which is fine. But you can't run the ball. You get ran on. Your defense is like Swiss cheese, as always, in the run game. Like, bro, it's tough. It's really tough. Like, it's really tough. Like, if you look at the stats, 377 total yards allowed. Your third down defense was ass because they were 6 for 13, while you guys were 3 for 12. Like, you can't say the refs' whole job when y'all not showing up. 70 yards rushing.
Word. You're
70 yards rushing. Like, Najee Harris has been ass this season. And someone told me, oh, he's a cook. Not you, but someone I know told me, oh, he about to cook up. Nah, he ain't doing shit. And I love the guy. As a person, as a player, you gotta lock in. You gotta really lock in. Jalen Warren is outperforming you, brother. TJ Watt is gonna be TJ Watt. He's gonna do TJ Watt shit. But Michael Fitzpatrick went down too. So it's gonna be a long road for Pittsburgh. Cause you're in it. You're 4-3. You're in the AFC playoff wild card hunt. If we start sucking, I hope not. If we start sucking, you guys beat us. So you guys can honestly, you're still in it. You play on a short week. I don't think Kenny Pickett should play. But that's just me though, personally. Because you already had your bye week. So it's like, damn, you can't really rest guys. What do you do? What do you do? And speaking of Thursday night, the team you guys play, man, listen. Bro, you weren't watching this game, but I feel like every 15, 20 minutes, bro, once Will Levis got into the game, you were seeing a highlight. You literally was seeing a highlight. It was giving, if you watch All American, right?
Yes, of course.
So when Jordan Baker in the college game, so he was third string with the starting quarterback. He got benched because he went to some whatever. So then the backup became the starter. The backup went out, so he had to come through and save the fourth quarter comeback, whatever. It gave that energy. Malik Willis got booed out, bro. They was booing it. Like, we be joking, boo this man. They were legit booing it. Bro, when I say, they were legit booing this man, which was hilarious to me. Because I don't know why he was starting to begin with. You saw what he had. But Will Levis came in. He got D-Hop involved early after deep shot after deep shot. Bro, that offense looks better. Now, I'm not going to overreact because it was only one game. They have no tape on the kid. But, hey, if he can go into Pittsburgh on Thursday, because you know that terrible towel, they be going crazy. If we can go into that hostile environment and win, their season can be salvaged. Their season can be salvaged. Their defense stepped up. Always, when they're at home, they always they don't always win at home, but they always can keep it close. And they made enough plays when it counted. And your best friend Desmond Shitter finally got benched. But you've been saying this shit for the longest. So it's tough. It's tough. If you're Tennessee, we still alive. We still alive. But you're barely breathing. But you're still alive a little bit now. Mail, man.
It's crazy how we're not new to this. We true to this shit, son. I said Desmond Shitter. I call him Desmond Shitter because he's ass. Oh, Falcons can get a lot of yards. Oh, they can get a lot of points. He's ass. I've said this before. I said he was ass in college. I said he was ass when he got drafted. Even Louis Riddick was like, yo, Falcons should probably trade for our draft Will Levis because they don't have a quarterback. Well, what? Lo and behold, Will Levis comes in, as you said, don't have tape on the guy. But the fact remains that I call Tannehill ass too. Now, again, he got hurt, so he lost his job due to injury. My thing was, if you hurt, cool, don't play. But he was ass before he got hurt. So that's the thing. He was ass, then you got hurt. So now they was looking for an excuse to get Will Levis into the game. Now that he's in the game, this is his time. This is his franchise potentially. Now, yeah, as you said, can they go into Steelers? Ooh, hurry, can they go to Pittsburgh? Get an upset win? Because yeah, it's hostile environment. It's Mike Tomlin against a rookie quarterback. Like I definitely would probably pick the Steelers only because of that fact. With Mike Tomlin scheming against a rookie quarterback. But getting D Hop involved, getting Nick Westbrook-Akine, forcing teams to have to cover receivers, and Derrick Henry can go beast mode. Sorry, the Ravens didn't get him, by the way. Other than that, good win by the freaking. And also, it's fuck the Falcons on this side. Now, AJ Brown, bro. Like, Nick Wright said this, and I totally agree. Barring anything stupid happening, AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill are first team All Pros.
Oh yeah, locked in.
Locked in. Locked in. Like, there's no way. And it's crazy how he's all at 7 games in a row of having 125 yards at least. He 2 touchdowns, a buck 50. He monster game. This is a sneaky shootout. I've said this though. Commanders, I was like, hey, Sam Howell had damn near 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. What? Sammy H? Crazy. I said this. I'm saying Phillies defense, pass defense, can get got. The run defense is solid. They only gave up 59 yards to Brian Robinson, a total of 84 yards total. But man, I said this shit. I was like, yo, Philly. And Nick, there was a stat that Nick Wright showed. Philly's defense, because Jalen Hurts balled out, right? He's been balling out recently. I gotta give him props. The Phillies defense is making quarterbacks look like him in terms of his stats, completion percentage, touchdowns, not getting picks. It's crazy bad how bad that pass defense is for. But it's also crazy good how Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, they locked in right now. They are locked in, and it's impressive. It's amazing, but they can't keep getting into shootouts. They can't. And also, the Commanders have. I don't know why the Commanders just somehow always play the Eagles close. It's divisional games. I know throw records out the way, but it's crazy how both games that they played this year came down to the wire, came down to players making plays, and AJ Brown being a dog. And of course, you having him in fantasy helped with the upset against Fred. So I faced Fred this week. So I hope I can follow up and we can do a Baptiste, me, and break him down, make it a little bit humble. You feel me? Other than that, Commanders, you traded, and then this is again they traded Chase Young to the Niners. They traded Montez Sweat to the Bears. So now they don't have a pass rush anymore. They're basically rebuilding, and Ron Rivera probably gonna get fired after the season. So there's that.
This was another game for me where I wanted to see AJ Brown and Devontae both click. Granted, for Devontae, that was like a bomb that low key should have got called back, but it didn't get called back. But whatever, it happened. He got the touchdown. Whatever, he exposed busted coverage. So it was like cool. AJ Brown's on a tear. He 6 straight games of 125, and
7,
not 6.
It's 6. Okay,
it's 6. Of 125. I think he has like 7 of like 100 straight. But for 125 specifically, is like 6 straight. But I could tell you, I have him on my fantasy team. Yay! Moby. I got Tyreek and AJ Brown. So I got the 1 and the 2. That's crazy.
And you know what's also crazy? Tyreek Hill has 1,000 yards receiving. AJ Brown is at 939. Like, huh? Crazy,
Yes.
bro.
Indeed. Yeah, he has 6. He has 6 straight.
6 straight? Okay.
6 straight. But this man is just, he's cooking. And I love if Jalen Hurts wasn't such a good player, like let's say he had Baker Mayfield or Sam Howell throwing him the rock, and he's putting up these kinds of numbers, and they're winning games. Then you can say, oh, he's in the MVP conversation. Tyreek Hill, same thing. He has Tua, who's a good quarterback. He's not a scrub. He's not ass, but he's like, bro, Tua's gonna cook. You're gonna cook. Like, yeah, none of y'all is gonna be MVP because y'all both need each other. That's the argument people gonna make. So, like, as great of a season as they're gonna get, one of them is gonna be offensive player of the year for sure. Whoever breaks the record, whoever gets the higher, pretty much whoever gets the higher yards is gonna be offensive player of the year. Right? I think it's gonna be Tyreek because Tyreek is going absolute apeshit right now. But he has a couple whatever. It's for Philly. The formula to win is simple. They ran the rock. They're running the ball well. They finally got messed up on the tush push, brotherly shove, which people was gonna sleep on the road because they literally did a fake one, and which got swept the touchdown, and that's gonna fuck up a lot of teams because now they gotta prepare. Oh shit, like, are they gonna fake it? Are they gonna? So like that's crazy. So they gotta lock in on that. Like teams gotta really game plan for that now. So them messing up, accidentally messing up, just created a whole nother element to that. I think they probably did on purpose, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, created a whole element, and you're like, damn, that's crazy. If you're the Commanders, you already said everything. Like, I would have traded Terry McLaurin. I do not want him to be a part of this trashness. Now he's a good dude for me. He probably was like, I'm gonna ride it out, but bro, oh my god, like guys like him, who I'm a huge fan of, I hate seeing them in bad situations. And whatever's about to brew and fucking thing, Washington is my food. But shout out to the thing. Shout out to the Eagles. They're 7-1. They lead the division. They lead the conference. They lead the NFL. Yeah, 7-1. Look at me. They didn't have their bye yet. Yeah. Look at me crazy. Yeah. 7-1.
I had to think about it for a second. I was like, huh? But yeah, they're 7-1. Yeah,
7-1. Only lost once.
but again, they play. Their schedule does get tough.
It does get tough, so they lucked out. You know what I'm saying? You
Like
know
this
what
is
I'm
one of
saying?
those games. Is like, oh, it's a landmine. They handle it. They got Dallas on Sunday. Let's hope for a good game. Now to start the 4 o'clock window. Jesus Christ! Again, there was so many games in the 1 o'clock window. It was crazy. Seahawks beat Browns in turnover fest. I think there was 5 combined turnovers, 2 picks from each quarterback, and then a fumble, like a bad fumble for the Browns. That basically, the last pick though, that hit off of Jamal Adams' head up into the air, and then Julian Love caught it. I was like, damn, bro, come on. Good teams win, and this was both teams definitely should have like you don't walk away from this game like Browns should have won or Seahawks should have lost. This was a good game despite the turnovers. From what I can hear, and I was trying to focus on the drive because it's fucking rain. But other than that, like the turnovers, like you gotta again, don't turn the ball over, especially in the red zone. And then Jackson Smith and Jigba is starting to come into his own, a little bit. And you've been making, he's like, yo, get him involved. He's like, what, 4 for 4 in vindication today? I think that deserves a clip.
A little bit.
There's a clip. So I think
Vindication.
Little bit.
Also, it's fuck the Browns. So I said this on Wednesday's show. Deshaun Watson he's saying, oh, of course I want to play. But like, what's going on? There's no full transparency on what's your injury. So whatever happens. Geno Smith, though, I don't know. I don't know what to do with him. Don't know.
I'm if you're Seattle, you lucked out. because you was playing so well in the first half, and then the turnover started happening, and you're like, fuck, like what the hell is going on? So they literally was cooking. Geno Smith was making plays, getting off of Myles Garrett, whoever was making great plays. DK Metcalf has become a no-show for that offense. Now, I don't want him to reinvigorate against my Ravens next week. You know, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? But they could win if they spread the ball around with all these other folks. But I just think that it's for them. They got to win. Now they lead the division. So, like, all right, cool. It's for me because they beat the Browns when the Browns beat the Niners. So they haven't played the Niners yet at all. Right. So, like, they got the lead now. But depending on how things go, they might just lose it because they're gonna lose to us on Sunday.
They had their bye. The Niners haven't had their bye yet, so now they're basically almost the same record. Seahawks have 2 losses. The Niners have 3. That's why.
Word. Yeah. So like, bro, if you're the Browns, you're like, fuck, because you're tight because you had the game won, and then PJ Walker did PJ Walker things and threw a pick, which was like. It wasn't like they had to still like drive the length of the field, but like a couple first downs, you win the game.
If they had Nick Chubb,
like sure. Kareem Hunt's been doing well for them, and Ford. The running back by committee that they're doing is working. It's just like you don't have like that lead bell cow like a Nick Chubb, so it's hard. But like, bro, you throw it away before you throw an interception. And that's the part where you're like, yo, can we win? Because if you're the defense, you're like, we allowed 17. Like we got a couple picks off, and we still lost. You're tight. So this I'm not saying there's friction in the locker room, but you're like, damn, like we really gotta play better. So it's Myles Garrett, defensive player of the year case. We're on that train. So for me, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for them because I think they got who they got this week. They got no. Hold on. Sorry. Shine. Cardinals. And Kyler might play. He might play. Probably won't, but he might play. But
probably shouldn't.
I ain't gonna lie.
Anyway, speaking of Cardinals. We survived, baby. We survived.
No, bro. The score is not indicative of what transpired. And I'm annoyed.
I'm gonna let you cook.
I'm annoyed with how it happened. Because we low key should have just. And Lamar is like, yo, we had more points on the board to score. That's a fact. People was like, oh, not people. They outgained us. Well, I'm not complaining about the defense. The defense had 2 picks, but only 2 sacks. We lead the league in sacks, but we had 2 against this trash ass offensive line. We allowed 129 rushing yards, which is the highest. I think the highest or second highest we allowed all season. They threw 2 picks, and we only won by 7. So I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm glad we got the dub. A win's a win in this league, right? But like at the same time, it's like, bro, if we played exceptional against the Lions, and we played ass against the Cardinals. It's like it has to be reverse. If we could play ass against the Lions and still catch a dub, I'm happy with that. And then we blow out the Cardinals. Like, all right, we handle business. We came in, walk in your trap, take over your trap, whatever. But we didn't do that. We did not do that. Lamar struggled. Honestly, like the Cardinals defense, like, and this is why for Bill Parcells, one of the greatest coaches ever, you are what your record says you are. Yes and no. Because a 13-4 team like the Vikings last year, who won majority of the games on one possession, what does that tell you? That they can win close games. They get a little bit of luck from the football gods here and there. But that doesn't tell you that they're a good team or not. Jacksonville is 6-2, and me and Natural have doubts that they're actually a good team. So the Cardinals being 1-7, you're like, yo, they suck because they're 1-7, but they don't play like they're 1-7. And I think if Kyler Murray was playing as much shit as people give Kyler Murray as of his like his not IQ, but like his like maturity, if he's playing in a lot of these games, they win a couple of these. So 1-7 easily could be 3-4 or 4-3. So like they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team at all. And I salute people. Well, last week I was like, "Yo, we're not taking them lightly. We did not." But I love how we ran the ball. I love how Gus got 3 touchdowns. I love how Geno Stone continues to lead in the league in interceptions. I love. There's a lot to love. There's a lot to hate. We're at home. That's tomorrow. At home Sunday against Seattle. I think we're like a couple point. I think 3 or 4 point favorites. We got to lock in because we win. We continue to win. Winning is hard in this league. Continue to win. We're good. We continue to win and everyone else loses, better. So, and because we are in the contention for that 1 seed, you know what I'm saying? We're in there. We're in that conversation for the 1 seed. And we get that, I'm elated. So, I'm happy we got the dub. There's a lot we need to work on. And when Lamar is saying we left points on the board, I believe him. Because
you definitely did. You definitely did.
We definitely did. And you know, it's unfortunate, but we caught the dub. I'm happy with that. You know, 6-2. And people are giving us that respect. Stephen A have us as a top, I think, 4 team. Shannon Sharp is we're a top 2 team. Colin Cowherd has us the best team in the league. Which I'm not gonna complain about. But we're not the hot team. We're coasting, 3 straight dubs. Chilling. Big chilling. But we just chilling. We're sacking them up. I wish we got Odell more involved though. I know he had a couple like clutch PI calls, but it's like damn, like I really want to see it. Oh, he hasn't scored a touchdown yet. I really want to see an Odell touchdown and see what he does. So maybe it happens this week. But Zay Flowers, Andrews, Bateman making good catches. I'm happy. Go Ravens.
So speaking of good games, Broncos, the Peyton Pack finally beat the Chiefs. A bad flu game from Mahomes. No excuses. He played like shit. He played like ass. Man, I got nothing else. Hey, this was complete. This was the first time in my viewing experience / listening experience that Mahomes was bad. Like bad. Like the Super Bowl against the Bucks, like at least like play. Like, he kept trying. And he just like people just kept missing plays as he stares into his phone. It's crazy.
I'm looking at the group chat. Nah, you a dirtbag, not you?
What? How am I a dirtbag? You haven't played.
All right.
For peek behind the curtain, the champ last year talked a lot of shit, and now he's 1-7. So he's like, all right, fire sale, right? All I did, as Shabazz was talking about his Ravens, all I did, you know, was a little trade, a little tradey trade. You feel me? Just I'm getting rid of Najee Harris, and I want Kyron Williams, who's on IR, who's not even playing.
That's not bad.
Like, oh, you joined the dark side. I'm like, bro. All I want is Kyron. He's on IR, but that's neither there. Broncos win. Russell Wilson, decent game. Cortland Sutton, which I'm surprised the Broncos didn't do a fire sale because they beat the Chiefs. Like, oh, okay, we saved our season a little bit. They're on bye. They're on bye. I know, right? They're 3-5, I believe. So can they, after the bye, start stacking wins? That's the question, and I hope that the answer is yes.
Once I saw, I texted so other people had heard me, Natural Man have a group chat. I was like, once I saw they was up and Mahomes was struggling, I was like, let's go Broncos. Like, I know I say I lose, I know it'd be crazy room for the Broncos, but I love chaos. As an agent of chaos as I am, I was like, bro, if they upset the Chiefs, because the freaking 49ers had gotten cooked. We'll talk about that next. Texans, my parlay was already dead. So I'm like, bro, I got no more investments. Nobody on my fantasy team is involved in this trash ass game. Bet. Let's go Broncos. Let's go. Because when they played them 2 weeks ago, they only allowed 19. So it's something about that defense, which literally is the same as last year, who was the top 5 defense. Something clicked. Something clicked. So like it's weird, but and Russ played a decent game. But now everyone's like, oh, but Mahomes was sick. No. If he's on the field, he's playing. He's healthy. If he was sick, he should not have played. If he was on IVs the night before, he should not have played.
Period.
So I'm not hearing the excuses of Nick Wright or whoever else is trying to coddle the Chiefs because they lost. If they had won, guarantee you, Nick Wright would be like, oh, they won and Mahomes had a flu game. He's the next Jordan. Christian Broussard, he already said, oh, I'm the first person to say he's like Jordan S. Bro, you already know the narratives that would have happened if the Chiefs had won that game. But they didn't. But yet, no one's talking about the Broncos. Which I'm still fading them every single time until they can show me consistency. But when you run the ball well, you play great defense, get some stops, get some turnovers, you could be anybody. And now Nick Wright's like, well, they're not worried. Hey, I'm concerned. Because your offense is offensive. Your defense is showing out calmly. Your offense is offensive. Straight up. And you're like, bro, you play. Let me get it right. Before anything happens, let me get it right. Y'all played Miami at Germany. Mm-hmm. So then a couple weeks, Raiders, Packers, you play Buffalo. Then Patriots, then Raiders again. And then the Bengals. And then the Chargers again. So there's 4 games that you could possibly lose. So you're 6-2 now. So that's, what is that? 4. If they lose all 4, that's 11-6. And I got my handy dandy paper here. What did I say they were going? Oh no, I got them into the division and being the 1 seed, so it doesn't matter. But that's it. I thought their offense was gonna be better than this. It's bad. And I thought they were gonna be buyers to somebody. But no. So I'm concerned for the Chiefs until they can show me that they can put off a great not against Chicago. Because I'm trying to look at the point totals. Oh, they played the Chargers and they got a touch 31. Okay. That's the highest they've gotten. That is literally the highest they've gotten all season. I'm not talking about the Bears. The Bears, we already know the Bears defense is ass. Right. So the Chargers against the Chargers, 31. That's it. So until they show me if they can go Germany and beat Miami and all that, hey. Oh, and you play Philly after that. After your bye week. So that's 7 games. Well, I said 7. That's 5 games right there. Come on. And people saying they're not worried about the Chiefs. I am. And if they end up being 11-6 or 12-5, people turn back to this video because I said it. I'm calling it now as we move into November. Now, people say, oh, Patrick Mahomes plays his best in November and December. That is true. He does. But the team right now, no. It's going to be a shame because this is the best defense he's ever had. But yet, they're not matching that energy offensively.
They're really offensive. Right.
Offense is offensive, indeed.
At least for now. But offenses that are not offensive, Cincinnati.
Get the fuck out of here. But go ahead. My fault.
Partly Brock Purdy turning into a pumpkin. Partly Joe Burrow off a bye, which I said he's pretty good off of buys. All in all, Cincinnati, watch out. I don't even have much to say about this game. This is a heavyweight fight. Boom. This playoffs, if they say this, if they see each other again, this clash of the AFC, NFC Titans, like, hey, boom. I would not be mad seeing this game again. But Niners, defense, I mean, they had to get a revamp because Chase Young, they had to go get Chase Young. Because the scheme, the players, something's happening where that defense is not, like, going crazy right now. Right? So, defense needs to lock in. They're on a bye week. Brock Purdy lost 3 games in a row. Oh, my God, he was 11-0. Now the novelty's wearing off. Who knows what can happen? That's all I really got to say. And Joe Burrow, Cincinnati, we here. That's it. That's all I
got. We here, Natcher? That's what you're saying? We here?
Who they? Who that? You know, we the LSU boys. They nah, I'm not. You know, I'm not.
It's still fuck Cincinnati, bro. It's literally, I think 24 to 10 or 17, whatever. Brock Purdy throws an interception in the red zone. The dude tips it and then catches it, bro. That does not happen. A fat man does that, son. Like, bro, Brock Purdy still threw for like 360. Their defense is still trash. Henderson went out. Now Joe Mixon want to run into the end zone and go, nah, bro. You know how I feel about it. I do not like this man. But I do applaud Joe Burrow for cooking. He legit cooked. For them, people saying that they're back, though, I don't know. They got a large leap to climb, and this is back-to-backs. This is 3 seasons in a row where they started off trash. After their bye weekend, heated up. So they're off their bye. They had their one game. What we preach, consistency. Can they be consistent? Can they get other wins? Because, you feel me? It's not easy. It's not easy going out here. You know what I'm saying? They got the Bills on Sunday night. Then they got the frisky Texans. They my Ravens. On, I think, Thursday night. Yep. At home. And then they got Pittsburgh, who owns them. Then Jacksonville. And then eventually you got the Colts and frisky Colts. Then the Vikings. If they had Kirk Cousins, I'm like, oh yeah, it's lit. But they don't. Then they got Pittsburgh again. So they didn't even play Pittsburgh yet. Who owns them? Like they cannot beat Pittsburgh. Yeah, and then the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's weird. They can't beat their own division for some reason, but they beat everybody else.
And that's crazy. And then people say, oh, they're back. No, they're not yet. They're not. They're 4-3. Congratulations. 1-3 straight, but you should have lost to fucking the Rams. You got spanked by the Titans. Then you beat Cardinals, cool. Then you should have lost to Seattle. They just couldn't capitalize in the red zone. And then I thought you should have lost, but that was a great win. Chase is cooking. Chase is legit cooking right now. You know, and it's tough. It's really tough. But I got that losing for me. Go Buffalo. I'm fading out every single week. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I get that pick wrong. Fading out every week. All y'all motherfuckers. Bengals, Steelers, Brown. Fuck all y'all. But Sunday night, it really was a get right game. The Chargers needed it. They got it. And that's pretty much all you can say. Like, that's pretty much like not to say the rookie had a great, not a great, he didn't even have a great rookie debut. Deontay Foreman was the one that was cooking against the Raiders. So against some comp with Derwin James and Joey Bosa and Cook, like, bro, they were cooking. Like, they finally showed, like, both sides of the ball. Herbert was amazing. Keenan Allen making catches. Also, Eckler making plays. He fumbled. But I think he had the 100 yards receiving. Or from scrimmage. One of the two. Sorry. One of the two.
Crazy.
But, like, bro, it's crazy. I think also Eckler has, like, the most touchdowns since 2021 with 40. That's some LT stuff, bro. That's like LaDainian and Tomlinson type of vibe he's on.
Yeah, he had 7 catches for 94 yards.
Bro, that's crazy. Check down Poppy. Hey. But and also Quentin Johnson finally got involved a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit, you know? Hey. Devin McCourty, he was like, I want to see. He said, "Oh, the Chargers defense is gonna like make plays." They did. Granted, I'm not gonna take too much pressure on it because it was against a rookie quarterback in a second start, big spot, prime time, whatever. But if you're the Bears, all right, he did his job. Because secretly you're like, oh yeah, we want to lose these games. Yes, sir. So you chilling, whatever the outcome. I wish they would have traded Justin Fields to Atlanta. I wish it would have happened, but it didn't happen. So that shit.
They probably might trade him like draft day or some shit.
Oh yeah, probably.
Or something. Who knows? Lifeless Bears. That's like my part, man. Yeah, Tyson Badgett. Like the first play of the game, they do a play action, deep shot. Darnell Mooney makes a great catch. It wasn't touched. They call him down, and it was that they couldn't get the run game going. Overall, Bears sucked. This was the Badgett experience. Had 2 picks. Just was not good. He wasn't good. Team wasn't good. They showed up a little bit, and then the Chargers and Brandon Staley, like this was like the first like, oh, this is the team that we thought that they could be. And they showed up and showed out. So I'm trying to see did Donovan he didn't get 32 points. God damn it. I had a parlay cooking. Jalen Brunson didn't do shit. I was like, God damn it. Jalen Brunson getting over 20 and Mitchell getting 32 and Robinson having 9 rebounds or more. And it happened. Anyway, that's neither there. Point is, Bears showed up, lied, Chargers showed up, and there's that. And last but not least, Jimmy G is literally dog water, bro. So in our fantasy league, for those still watching, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, for an hour and a half almost. Freaking, I had a chance to do not the impossible because fantasy football is really crazy. I was down like 20 points, right? My last player, Davante Adams. Prime time. He knows, hey, it's a big spot. Jimmy G's back from injury. They here. Lies. They were not here. The narrator says he was not there. Jimmy G could have had at least 2 touchdowns to Davante Adams. Overthrows, out of bounds. It's not good. I've been saying this for a while that Jimmy G was ass, but I didn't. When I needed him to deliver the ball to Davante Adams, I didn't think he would be this bad. Jahmyr Gibbs goes bananas. This is what the Lions wanted. This is what Lions fans was like, yes, this is what we've been waiting for. Like, use him in the pass game. Using him, he had like over, I think he had damn near 200 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah, it's like
about 200 yards from scrimmage. It wasn't exactly 200, but damn near. It was awesome. It was awesome. So he did what he was supposed to do. And this is and the Raiders have a terrible run defense. So I believe the Giants, I'm spoiler alert, I think the Giants are going to win because Raiders can't stop a nosebleed against the run. And who literally wants to run the ball? The Giants do, i.e. with Saquon. Jesus Christ. Jahmyr Gibbs had 152 yards rushing, 37 yards receiving.
189.
189 total yards, bro. God damn.
While he single-handedly outgained the
Yeah,
entire Raiders team.
bro. What? It's
That's tough.
crazy, bro. Crazy. And the defense did all they could. Like the game was closer than it should have been. The fucking over almost hit, but they freaking called a holding penalty, which pissed me off. Lions, they bounced back. They got smoked last week against you guys. And they're like, hey, what team are we? What do we want to be? A team with expectations. And they showed up. They beat a team that they were supposed to beat. They did it in comfortable fashion. They had a pick six. Bum-ass Marcus Peters got a pick six. But other than that, it was like the score was closer than it really was. It was not 26-14. It should have been way more. But they did it. They took care of business, and Lions win. Now they're 6-2. So, what you got? What's your thoughts? You can close us out as well.
I feel bad for Devontae, brother. Like I mentioned it earlier, I was praying. Like I legit prayed. I mean, I hope he gets like not. Obviously, like oh dear God, like but like I was just like hopeful that like the football guys will bless Devontae. Like it's crazy how he's. If you're him, you're like, damn, I left Aaron Rodgers to be with my best friend, Derek Carr. They ended up benching him, but he still got his yards. He was all first team all pro. So he got his stats, had a great season. These didn't win. So then your best friend leaves, and you're like, damn, all right, optimistic. Okay, cool. Because the game plan will be to get me the rock. But then you get bum ass Jimmy G. And he can't get him the rock. He likes Jacoby Myers more than Devontae. And you're like, damn, brother, I'm the best top two. Some people think he's still the best. I don't. I got Justin Jefferson. That's just me though. But people say you're one of the best, if not the best receiver of this generation. And you're like, yo, I'm struggling. I thought he was going to go to a team that needed a receiver. So that could have been Kansas City. It could have been Buffalo. It could have been New England. It could have been, honestly, anybody who had a quarterback who was just capable of throwing him the rock. But no, he's still there. And they got it. It's still salvageable because they're 3-4. So it's still like you're not out of the woods yet. Max Crosby is playing great football. This is unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Two things. Well, one thing. Why did the Seahawks have to trade for Leonard Williams? I wanted to mention it. Why do the trade when you about to play us, man? Why, my brother? Why? Chill, brother. But nah. On serious note, though, it was tough. Good bet. I had a great week. 12-4 pick'ems. 12-3-1 against the spread. I was cooking. Great. It was my best week. And my losses was about some dumb shit. So like, I'm not really tripping. But ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys tomorrow, 8:30. Be there. Who wins in week 9? Literally now, halfway through the season. Like the pendulum, we're at not pendulum, parabola. We're at the base of the parabola. Yeah, remember?
Yeah, parabolas go like this. So
God, what was it? The quadratic equation, whatever?
Oh my God.
You do that right? What is it? I forgot. I can take.
Oh, you can just say like a normal distribution.
Yes, sir. Normal distribution. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, let's go do it.
That's gonna do it for today. I'm Shabazz.
It's Natty Baps.
You know what I mean? Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. And whatever you do, just search for the one thing, which is